Hi, it's Lindsay from Fresh Start. So I just want to tell you about my bit of an emotional, a little bit crazy, but really, really good week. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I'll just want to tell you about it because it was quite cool and I can't believe how much better I feel for it. So, I'll take you back a few years. I've got a 12-year-old daughter. Her biological father was a bit of an arse when I was with him, cheated on me a lot, and then disappeared to Australia like 5 days before she was born. So I thought it was something that I had kind of got over and dealt with and stuff like that. And now it's coming to up to my due date of this baby. I started getting really weird feelings. So like Max, who I'm with, been with for like 8.5 years. He's just absolutely amazing. I started thinking, kind of almost worrying, thinking, oh my God, he's going to go. He's going to leave me. And I didn't really know where this has come from. Now, because I've been doing quite a bit of work with a few pages on Facebook, one about waking the goddess and stuff like that, and living your dreams and stuff like that, just all these things. So I've kind of learnt things from that. So what I ended up doing, because it was a new moon last night, if you're not into the moon thing, start looking at them because they have a great impact on our behaviours at certain times of the month, so you should start looking at it. So because it was coming up to a new moon, a lovely lady called Flora put on what we should do to release and let go of things. So I obviously, because I started panicking, thinking, having these feelings that Max was going to go, I obviously realised that was connected to Martin disappearing all them years ago. So I started writing down on a piece of paper just what came to me, really. It was bizarre because all sorts of things, incidents when I found out he had cheated on me, and all just horrible things he had said and just things like that. And then another relationship wasn't really great after that. Nasty things were said on that, and it all kind of come flooding out. And I wrote it all down on paper. And then you just do this little ritual, and you say, I'm sorry, I love you, and forgive me, and thank you, and stuff like that, and burn it. And so I'd done that. And then I have a bit of a thing with money as well. Just finances, I seem to like, I used to, seem to like repel money. And then, so the next day, after I'd done this burning ceremony, I ended up having like a bit of a breakdown over money and bills and stuff like that. Just crying and stuff. And I was like, that's just something that hasn't happened for a long time. So I started doing a release journal about that as well. And I found that lots of negative things that were said to me in these relationships, also kind of were the things that were holding me back money-wise. It kind of come up the same, worthless, this, that and the other. It was all these bizarre things. So I ended up writing this big thing about money and burning that. And oh my goodness, I feel like a 10-ton weight has been completely lifted off my shoulders today. I feel really good. Whereas I'm normally stressing about where the next money's coming from, this bill and stuff, I'm like, do you know what? It doesn't matter. The universe will take care of it. Just stay positive. And yeah, it was really good. So I just wanted to tell you about it, really, because I was planning on doing more videos, but I've just been on this bizarre little week of emotional release, really. So I highly recommend it, even if it's something you like think, oh load of rubbish, don't believe in that, whatever. Seriously, start looking at like the moons and the planets and stuff like that. They have such an effect on us, whether you believe it or not. They do. There's a really good page on Facebook I use called Mystic Mamas, which quite often like you read it and you're like, right, okay, that's why I'm feeling like that. So kind of, if you've got all past things that are coming up in your head, write them down. Get rid of them, burn them. Writing them down is just, if they're still stuck in your head, they're still going round. By writing them down, you just kind of, it's just madness how you've just kind of just getting it out of your system, letting it go, and just feel so much better for it. So yeah, so I thought I'd just let you in on that. Yeah, it's good, and do you know what? And obviously, I know that Max isn't going to go anywhere. He's the coolest man ever. So but yeah, it was just bizarre. It was funny because my sister used to say to me, "You handle things too well. You do things. You kind of just get on with it and go over it." And I'm glad, really, at the time that happened, because obviously, being treated like shit for a few years and then him disappearing off just before our child was born was like a pretty big deal. But my daughter actually come a month early, like few days after he left. So it kind of almost gave me that different focus, and I'm so glad it's come back up at a time where I've learned to deal with it, because lots of people, they kind of suppress things happen to us and it goes into our subconscious, and they suppress it and suppress it and suppress it, and it's got to come out at some time. It has to. As much as you don't like it to, you have to let it out. So I'm glad that it's come out at a time where I've learned EFT, I've learned journaling, I've now learned my new little new moon ritual as well, which is definitely something I'll be doing again and again with any other negative things from my past that have come up. So